You are looking at a guy who dropped out of Harvard, wore the same gray t-shirt for a decade, and somehow built a company that controls where 3 billion people look every single day. Most people think Mark Zuckerberg just got lucky in a college dorm room. But the truth is, he followed a specific set of rules that took Facebook from a messy website for college students to a multi-billion-dollar empire called Meta. If you are trying to build a business, get ahead in your career, or just figure out how to make your biggest ideas actually happen, you are probably making the exact mistakes that keep most people stuck in the minor leagues. Today, we are breaking down Mark Zuckerberg's top 10 rules for success, including the one rule that everyone misunderstands, which might actually be sabotaging your goals right now. Rule 1. Move fast and break things. This is the most famous line to ever come out of Silicon Valley, but almost nobody gets what it actually means. It does not mean you should just be sloppy and reckless. It means that if you are not breaking things every now and then, you are probably moving way too slow to make a real impact. Think about it like learning to ride a bicycle. If you never fall down, you are not actually testing your limits. In the business world, perfection is the ultimate enemy. While you are sitting around trying to make your product look absolutely flawless, someone else is going to launch a messy version. Get real feedback from real users, fix the issues on the fly, and completely steal your market share. Zuckerberg built Facebook on this exact idea. In the early days, the site would literally crash all the time. But because they were moving at lightning speed, they were able to add features and grow way faster than giant companies like MySpace, which were too scared to try anything new. Rule 2. Focus on impact, not just making money. If you start a project or a business just because you want to get rich, you are probably going to quit the moment things get tough. And trust me, things always get tough. Zuckerberg did not build Facebook to buy a yacht. He built it because he genuinely believed that the world would be a better place if every single person was connected. When you focus on the change you want to make, your daily work suddenly gets a lot more meaningful. You can push through the long nights and the stressful days. Customers can tell you actually care about them, which builds massive trust. When you only focus on the dollars, you start cutting corners to save money. Your product loses its magic. People notice you are just trying to cash in, and they walk away. Rule 3. People don't care about what you say, they care about what you build. Talk is cheap. In fact, talk is free, which is why everyone is constantly doing it. You probably know 5 different people right now who swear they have an amazing idea for an app or a business, but they never actually do anything about it. Zuckerberg was never the loudest guy in the room, and he definitely was not a smooth talker when he started. He let his code do the talking. While other college kids were busy bragging about their big plans, he was sitting in front of his computer, drinking energy drinks, and actually writing the lines of code that changed the world. If you want people to take you seriously, stop telling them what you are going to do next week, next month, or next year. Just go out there, roll up your sleeves, and build the thing. Let your results speak for themselves. Rule 4. Surround yourself with people better than you. A lot of leaders have a massive ego problem. They want to be the smartest person in every single meeting because it makes them feel important. But if you are the smartest person in the room, you are officially in the wrong room. Zuckerberg has a very simple rule when it comes to hiring top executives. He says he will only hire someone to work for him if he would be comfortable working for them in another universe. That is why he brought in people like Sheryl Sandberg early on. She had the corporate experience and the business smarts that he completely lacked at the time. By putting his ego aside and bringing in rock stars who were way better than him at managing a giant company, He freed himself up to focus on the big vision. Rule 5. Expect to be misunderstood. When you try to do something big and completely change the status quo, people are going to judge you. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to tell you that your idea is stupid, and they will wait for you to fail so they can say they told you so. The Yahoo offer. Back in 2006, Yahoo offered to buy Facebook for $1 billion. Mark was only 22 years old at the time. The backlash. Every single investor and advisor screamed at him to take the money and run. They thought he was completely out of his mind to say no. The payoff. Mark knew Facebook was worth way more, stood his ground, and turned down the check. A few years later, the company was worth hundreds of billions. If you do not have the stomach to handle people doubting you for months or even years at a time, you will never build anything truly original. Rule 6. Fix your mistakes fast. You are going to mess up. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when. Zuckerberg has made plenty of massive mistakes, from privacy scandals that landed him in front of Congress to spending billions on projects that did not work out right away. But the reason he is still on top is that he does not waste time pretending he is perfect. When Meta makes a bad move, they pivot immediately. They look at the data, see what is failing, change their strategy, and keep moving forward. The moment you let your pride get in the way of admitting you made a mistake, you are on a one-way street to failure. Rule 7. Focus on the long game. We live in a world that is completely obsessed with instant gratification. Everyone wants the overnight success story, the quick viral video, or the fast payday. But real greatness takes an incredible amount of time. When Zuckerberg bought Instagram for $1 billion back in 2012, people thought he was crazy because Instagram had zero revenue at the time. When he bought WhatsApp for $19 billion, critics said he had completely lost his mind. But he was not looking at the next quarter. He was looking at the next decade. He knew where the world was heading, and he was willing to wait years for those massive bets to finally pay off. Rule 8. Keep your life simple. Every single morning, you wake up with a limited amount of mental energy. If you waste 20 minutes figuring out what to wear, another 15 minutes deciding what to eat for breakfast, and another half hour stressing over small details that do not matter, you are frying your brain before your workday even starts. That is exactly why Zuckerberg became famous for wearing the exact same gray t-shirt and hoodie every single day. He wanted to clear out all the useless decisions from his life, so he could save every ounce of his brain power for the things that actually matter, like running his company and solving massive technical problems. Small decisions that drain your brain. Picking out an outfit every morning. Stressing over where to eat lunch. Checking your phone the second you wake up. Worrying about what random people think of you. Rule 9. Execute like crazy. An average idea with world-class execution will beat a world-class idea with average execution every single time. There were plenty of social networks around before Facebook. Friendster and MySpace already had millions of users while Facebook was just a tiny project. Facebook did not win because it was a completely original concept. It won because Zuckerberg and his team executed better than anyone else. They made the site faster, they made it cleaner, they rolled it out college by college to build exclusive hype, and they never stopped improving the user experience. Stop waiting for the perfect, magical idea that no one has ever thought of before. Just take a good idea and run circles around the competition by outworking and out-executing them every day. Rule 10. Finishers win. The world is full of people who are incredible at starting things, but absolutely terrible at finishing them. They get a burst of excitement, buy all the equipment, talk about it to their friends, and then quit the moment the initial excitement wears off and the real, boring work begins. Inside the Facebook headquarters, there used to be signs painted on the walls that said, "Done is better than perfect." Zuckerberg believes that getting a finished product out into the world is infinitely better than having a perfect plan that only exists in your head. The hard truth about success. Here is the problem. Most people read these rules, get super pumped up for about 10 minutes, and then go right back to their old habits. They stay stuck in the loop of talking big but doing nothing. If you want to actually break out of that cycle, you have to realize that success is not about a sudden stroke of genius. It is about showing up day after day, making decisions quickly, and having the thick skin to handle the punches when things go wrong.